We roll into Australia. What would be the second of 2 rounds, but is the only round in Australia. Round number 12 of 21 now of the 2020 Sunoco Pro Series season. Phillip Island has been removed to the schedule due to safety concerns, and we now move to Calder Park. As we just continue on with the season, we had to remove the round. Maybe back there next year, but some situations need to be figured out there. So we arrive at a track that has had some big moments in Pro Series history. It gave us part-time winner Jay Durrell a few years ago, Chris Dodd's only career win, Roman Rahal earning his first win back on years. He did have a win earlier that season, but it was on a penalty. This was the round where he got his true first full win of the season, and now we arrive back here, one season off, and we return back to Calder Park, a track that, man, I just love this place so much, and I'm so glad that we return here. William Duncan, your second in points on pole position today. Willie D had a little bit of a momentum killer through the European Tour, but has seemingly earned back all of his momentum after an absolutely monstrous run last week in Motegi, coming from the back of the field to finish in the top 10. Now he lines up on pole. Could this be the day Willie D wins this race and gets his championship back on track? Alongside your Dubai winner, Tristan Wilhoit, who has been on a roll lately. I believe he's earned the third most amount of points of anyone since the start of the Australasian Tour. Wilhoit has been just absolutely amazing. He's the first 2-time winner this year, now of 2 because of Alexander Rowe last week in Motegi, earning his second win of the year. Wilhoit in his rookie year has been absolutely on fire and even a championship contender. On row 2, William Brock has not won in 3 years, but one of his first wins of his career came here. It was his second career win here at Calder Park, which was the first of 3 in a row back in 2013. Can Brock get himself back on form here in Calder Park like he did all those years ago? Alongside Mark Nutt in the 99, I believe has been confirmed back to the team next year. Very happy to hear that. Mark Nutt has had an absolutely incredible season, a lot of it under Freeze Racing Team, but since he stepped in this 99, he's performed well. On row 3, Paul Jackson, who is still unknown, completely in limbo of whether he'll be returning to Maverick next year or not, but it's not Maverick anymore. It'll be Jason Wolf Racing starting in 2021, and no news about Paul Jackson. I'll have to wait on that. Vince Freeze, though, has been confirmed back to the team next year. Freeze has had a fantastic year, and since the Australasian Tour start, he is the person who has earned the most points. At the pace he's going, he could be in championship contender. He could be a championship contender come the end of the season. On row 4, Cordell Paulson, your reigning champion, and I believe third in points. Paulson has just had a very solid season, has not been like at the front, like in the lead as much as he would probably want, but his consistency has been showing. He could be in contention for this championship come the end of the year if he can keep this consistency. Alongside Connor Monaco, who's been rumored to have a full-time ride for next year, but we do not know where he seems to be going. There's been a lot of talk about him with the Honda program moving up full-time again. It's been a few years, well, not a few years, it's been a year since he's been in a full-time car, and he's hoping to get back into a full-time car next year, but he's got to give us a good result starting P8. Very good start for him. And on row 5, Sean Angel, confirmed back on the team next year as well with Trailblazer in that Canada dry number 78. Of course, what would we expect? Sean Angel, great driver. He's had a little bit of controversy lately, but he's still a great driver. Alongside Eric Monaco in the 87, also confirmed back to Maverick, or what is Jason Wolf Racing next year. Obviously, why would you get rid of Eric? He's such a good driver, such a consistent driver. Good to hear that he will be back at Jason Wolf Racing next year. As we look back through, we'll talk about a few more silly season stuff. Mario Ryback moving up to the top team into the 77, bringing back the full-time 77. He'll be moving up to Chevron next year. Very happy to hear that. That's been rumored for a while. Full Frontal Motorsports, he's moving back to Chevrolet come next year. This is their last year with Dodge before moving back to the manufacturer that gave them so many wins. So Shane and Brock will both be back on Chevrolets. No news on Downey yet. There's a big one. There he is back there. Steven Thompson confirmed to go full-time for Trailblazer next year. It's really nice to hear that Steven Thompson's coming back full-time. We know what the kid's capable of. He's the youngest driver to ever compete in the Pro Series back when we didn't have the 17 age limit. He was a 15-year-old in the Royale, and he's been sailing ever since. He has one win to his name, Watkins Glen, a few years ago, and now he'll be back full-time next year, but he's still got a few more part-time starts to go. And then to the rear went Roman Rahal, Ali Nelson, Dan Bartlett, all with, I believe all three on engine issues, I believe it was, with all three of them back in practice. And Gerard Aron failed tech from 9th on the grid, which sucks to hear. As we're going to go down and get ready to take the green flag here at Calder Park, the return for the first time in 2 years. The cars roll into turns 3 and 4. Anderson, a terrible qualifying this week. Could Willie D capitalize on that? Go for the points lead today. Pace car is in. It's had a 1 year of absence, but Calder Park is back. It will be Willie D leading it down to the green flag here as we're going to go green once more here at Calder Park. Duncan shoots off the line. He takes the lead early as we head into 1 and 2. Wilhoit, Mark Nutt, and Vince Freeze off to great starts. William Brock, an abhorrent start. He drops Will Jackson. Paulson's on the way. Everyone files in. Angel, a big 4-wide move back there. But it's Willie D who leads lap 1 here. Wilhoit already looking to challenge. Rail, you're fast on the first lap. One of the guys who started at the rear. Could we see him try to file through this field? Vince Freeze, the guy who's earned more points than anybody since the Australasian Tour began, now going for third. He wants another podium. Freeze has been on fire lately, and he's up to third. Wilhoit down the inside for the lead. We got a battle here at Calder. Jackson on Paulson back there for a top 5 as well. Wilhoit down the inside, a huge lunge from Duncan on the high side to keep it away. Very good defense out of the 4. Mark Nutt maybe going to try to go around the outside of Vince Freeze. Freeze blocks. Now he's got to block Paulson on the low line. Freeze all over the track to keep everyone at bay, keep the podium, but Paulson down the inside. Wilhoit's going to try again. And it's all chaos here early. Wilhoit slips in the line. That's a good idea. Challenge out of 2 was a good idea here. Oh, but a beautiful run out of Cordell Paulson. And Maverick into a 2-3. These are the guys who got 1-3, who held a 1-2 for most of the race in Dubai. Wilhoit and Paulson, 2nd and 3rd behind your leader, Willie D, as we continue to go to lap 5. Freeze still not giving up on Paulson. He's on the outside. A huge run out of the 35. Did not expect Freeze to get that much of a run. He's going to try to hold it up high. Wow, I think he will. Is he going to go for Wilhoit on the outside here? He might. He's peeking. Wilhoit peeks on Duncan, and we have a congested run at the front. Freeze on the high side. He goes way up there. Freeze is trying some creative lines. He's going higher than you normally do on the high side, and it's working. Wilhoit now is dealing with Freeze on his outside. Freeze cuts him off, breaks late, and I think Freeze gets 2nd here. Vince Freeze is flying. He's going to go for Duncan here. Down the inside. Wow. 6th on the start. On lap 6, Vince Freeze takes the lead. He came up short last week in Motegi. Lost it just barely. He could have beaten Rowe for the win, but he cuts off Duncan. He got 2nd last week, and he's your leader right now here at Calder. Paulson for 2nd. Let's look back. We want to check on one guy in particular. Where is Max Anderson? Pinching the 53. He's trying to get into the top 20. He is moving fast. He saw what Duncan did last week in Motegi, and he's responding. All 3 full frontals on his outside. What the hell is that? Brock, Downey, and Vincent all on the outside. Anderson cuts them all off, still trying to overtake them. We can at least say that Anderson is a threat today. He's moving through the field. He's top 20 now. Duncan losing spots now. It's Freeze, Paulson, and now Wilhoit versus Duncan. Duncan's trying to get his composure back. There is Scott Roush, the guy who's earned, I believe, the 2nd most amount of points since the Australasian Tour. It's been Freeze, Wilhoit, and Roush who have earned the most points. And look at all the people who are up here. Freeze, Wilhoit, and Roush. All 3 of these guys have been on fire as of late, and they continue this There's Kalshak Jr. in the top 10. Very impressive run for the rookie. He's been one of the more silent rookies this year. Probably the most silent rookie, but he still had very nice runs, very clean, consistent season. And right now, clocking a top 10 in right now, which would be very good if he could hold on to it. Duncan has been doing a good job defending Tristan Wilhoit. Meanwhile, here is Cordell Paulson and Vince Freeze battling for the lead. Again, Freeze using that way high line. Gonna try to wrap it on the outside of Paulson here. I don't think it's gonna work. Not this time. Paulson gets the lead. Another lead change. Good race so far. Sean Angel down the inside of Scott Roush, trying to keep 6th. And he won't. On the outside, Scott Roush gets it away. Roush is flying as well. The Roush racing cars, man, they have been absolutely incredible lately. Where is Anderson? He's falling. He's stalled out. His momentum's gone. Oh, no, Anderson. Anderson, you got to get it going, man. You got to get a move on, because right now, as we stand, I believe Duncan's your points leader. Maybe even Paulson is challenging for the points lead here. Mark Nutt on Tristan Wilhoit. Wilhoit must have made a mistake trying to overtake Duncan, and now he's being swarmed. Paulson trying to run away from Freeze. Freeze a comfortable second over Duncan now, having to just keep at bay the cars behind this huge line of cars. Some gaps here and there. Anderson having to deal with Jack Bignacco, who's having one of his better rides this season, which is not saying much. Jack Bignacco very underwhelming this year, but he's down the inside trying to take the 21st position, and he does. Anderson struggling. The other two Roush cars picking up the slack constructors-wise, but man, he's got to do something for his championship. Paulson leads, and Duncan third, Wilhoit in fourth. Like, a lot of huge championship contenders are right here in the thick of things. Mark Nutt trying to overtake Roush now. He got Angel. Or no, is that Roush who... No, Roush got Nutt. Other way around. Scott Roush just got into the top 5. So 2 Roush cars now up into the top 5. That Coca-Cola machine has just been on rails. His next target, Tristan Wilhoit. Then Duncan, and then his teammate, Cordell Paulson, out in front. He's got a nice lead now, about half a second over Freeze, and then 2 seconds over Duncan. These two seem to be running the show. Freeze is running his higher lines. It's what he's been running. It was working when he was getting through the pack, but now that he's actually out in clean air, I think going a little lower would be better. But Freeze continues to run his high line. It's really good for mowing through the pack. Here comes, oh, Scott Roush down the inside. Wilhoit going high to defend. He went extra high to try to get momentum. It doesn't work. Scott Roush for 4th. Roush started P11, and that is 4th place for the 38 car. Mark Nutt now maybe going to be looking on Wilhoit here soon. Angel and Jackson battle for position. Jackson has overtaken Angel now. Angel wants it back. There's Rowe, last week's winner with Eric Monaco. Another consistent day, just outside the top 10. Benoit Laveravine in 13th. There is Skyla Johnson, who won earlier this year. I believe, was it Paris that she won? Now sitting here in 15th, battling for 14th with Grace Takayama. Good day for her. But the one we need to be focusing on, Anderson, got back through Jack Bignacco, but it's just not happening. He's not going. He needs something here. Karanko struggling, Bartlett struggling, Roger Ray struggling. Now his first start for Freeze Racing Team, and it's not going particularly well. Cody Lamas has fallen to the field. Stephen Thompson, Chris Louviere's a big one. Where's Ray Hall? Oh, there he is. Look at him. Brock has plummeted. Oh, it's bad. Oh, Brock, no. You started 3rd. How are you outside the top 25 already? Ray Hall down the inside for 26th. It's bad. Did we see Emily Nelson anywhere? 29th. She's working. For a track that's hard to pass, that made some... Oh my god, Roush got Duncan. It is now a Roush Racing Enterprises 2-3. as Roush gets clear of Duncan and can begin to track down your top 2. He is slower as of last time around, though. 3.5 seconds the gap. Freeze is not faster than Paulson. Paulson is quick. But pit stops can change a lot, because you can see these lap times are going down pretty quickly. With that logic, when pit stops happen, the undercut's strong around here. You want to undercut. If Freeze or Roush pulls the undercut here, it could be good. Mark Nutt trying to get on Willie D. He got Tristan Woolhoit. No, that's one mechanically, sorry. That's Connor Monaco. Engine. Oh, in front of... No, that's a wreck! There's been a wreck, a big wreck. At the back of the field. On his roof is Sean Ard, Thompson, Bartlett. And caution. Flies. Oh, big congestion. It all happened so quick that no one could react to what had been put in front of them. Nelson's out. Wow, big wreck. Paulson, your leader, as we come down to take the caution flag. What happened? Connor Monaco from the 18th position would have an engine issue blowout coming into 1 and 2. Everyone would be rushing to get past. He was staying on the high line. But Ard gets cut off by the 33. Oh, yeah, I thought that was Ard's fault. Ard had nowhere to go, and it just all happened so quick. No one could react in time. And Ard, how did you end up on your roof, buddy? Again, looking at this from Ard's angle, I thought Ard was at fault. I thought he just pile drived him, but Ard was already high. He tries to get low, and he gets cut by the 33 and the 59. And yeah, look at that, nowhere to go. Big impact by Bartlett, but again, a lot safer this year. Everyone is all right, but sadly, that will end the day of Ard. A lot of people got a lot of damage there. That could be big for this race. Yeah, look at Morandi, Karenko, Thompson has damage. Obviously, Connor's out, Nelson's out, Bartlett's out, Shepard's out. Iran has a lot of damage. Looks like Ray is pretty unscathed. He was able to get stopped in time. Louvier, a lot of damage. Baranowski's a lot of damage. And that is a huge wreck that puts us under caution here lap 22. All right, this is an interesting call. However, you can understand the call when you realize that, yes, while they cannot make it on fuel right now through this pit stop, if you didn't get fresh tires right now, it's suicide. You are already over half a second off the pace of quickest lap times. You have to pit. You have no choice under caution but to pit. So everyone should be coming down right now. If you don't come down, you're dumb. You're just an idiot. Your strategist needs to be fired if you don't come down right now. It is, yeah. Every single car has entered the pits. All of them. And here we go. It's expected to be Paulson out first. This changes a lot. Pit stop still now projected is going to be around almost lap 60. We're going to be having a pit cycle with about 10 to go. There goes Scott Roush! Whoa! Did he just jump Duncan? Did he get both Freeze and Duncan? Everyone flowing out of the pits. Bad pit for Mark Nutt. There's Ray Hall. Going around people, obviously you're going to have to something line. There's Brock. Everyone else flowing out of the pits. Scott Roush, are you actually second right now? Or are we now waiting on Duncan to overtake? We wait to see. No! They are not letting Duncan by. That is Scott Roush, P2. Will Hoyt being let by Rowe. What a pit stop. Ryback got a good pit too. 5th place from 8th. 3 spots for Malavada Ryback. That puts Chevron in a great spot. Roush is in a great spot. Maverick's in a great spot. And this is really interesting. We'll be back. It is now Paulson and Roush, your top 2. All right, pit stops have come and gone. Huge list of retirements. It is Karenko, Bartlett, Shepard. That is Nelson is out. Ard is out. Monaco is out. Iran is out. And Louvier is out, which means Jack Bianco, the last hope for Anjado. And all 3 members of Downey Autosport out in the same rank. Unfortunate for that team. They needed a good day, and it just didn't happen. Nothing they could have done. It wasn't any of their faults necessarily. Connor was just an innocent bystander. Art even was an innocent bystander who got cut off and forced in. But pace car coming in this time. Cordell Paulson, he's got a new person behind him to fight with Scott Roush. Can Paulson hold off the challenge? Lap 26 this time as we come down to take the green flag. Once more, restart lap 26 of 70 here at Calder. Ryback immediately going wide. Maybe going to try to some shenanigans on Vince Freeze here. But meanwhile, your top three, there's adjustments. Everyone had time to get some adjustments. Now we get to see who made the best adjustments. Was it Paulson? Freeze was able to keep Ryback at bay. Rowe going on Ryback now. Benoit going for Jackson. No, Benoit already had Jackson. Jackson's on the outside of Benoit. Duncan on Roush. Did Duncan get a good adjustment? Oh, look at that. Low line run out of the 4. Paulson starting to get away again. Starting to check out. Remember, now projected pit time is lap 60. We will have 10 laps to go come pit cycle, which is going to be a cluster. And here we go. Duncan to second again. Roush down to third. Freeze in fourth. Rowe in the top 5 now. This is Chevron. Roush and Maverick all here. But there is only one Maverick up in the top 5. But it's Maverick 1-6. Wow, yeah. Maverick 1-6. Chevron 2-5. Roush 3-4. They all have a perfect split in this top 6. But then it gets broken by Jackson, putting Maverick 3 in the top 7. Lap 29. Paulson over Duncan. Duncan starting to close that gap down. His fastest lap of the race was just run, and the 6th fastest lap of the race, period. Rowe runs the fastest lap of the race. Uh-oh. Alexander Rowe might be going for a double here. That would solidify himself as a title threat if Rowe got this win. 2 consecutive wins would be huge, as he's on the back of the 2 Roush cars, though. Duncan continues to try to track him down. Paulson responds. Puts up his fastest lap. Not faster than Duncan's fastest, but faster than Duncan last time around by just like 200ths. They are matching each other now. Roush did not get a good adjustment. Rowe is flying. Rowe is on crack right now. Johnson's on crack. I don't know where Johnson is. There's Johnson. Fuller had a good adjustment. Where is Morgan Fuller? There she is! That's for 18th? That's trying to keep 18th. Or maybe just was over by the line and is now trying to overtake Foley. Into 3, Eric, not a good adjustment. Anderson still trying to weave his way through the field. But now, Duncan still pulling fastest laps, still closing in. That was the 5th fastest of the race. Chevron all got good adjustments. Freeze seems to have gotten a better adjustment than Roush, and I think Roush, it would be in his best interest to let Freeze go before Rowe pounces! Oh, not quite! Pinch it, Freeze! 3 wide for third, Duncan for the lead! And it begins. Paulson on the outside, Duncan on the inside, Paulson trying to defend. Look at this battle for third. Jackson coming in soon. Vince Freeze through the middle. Here comes Jackson. Oh, I thought he was going to make it 4. I thought he was going to try it. Duncan still battling with Paulson. He gets the lead back. There it is. Willie D's your leader once more. Jackson will push Rowe. Again, that mutual respect between them we talked about in Nazareth. Jackson knows he can push Rowe, and Rowe will go with him. They may be rivals team-wise, but they know each other well enough. They were teammates. They fought for a championship twice with each other. And together, they pushed through the Roush cars. Rowe to third, Jackson 4th. Shane Vincent's on the move, I see back there. That is the move for 9th. He's battling not 1, but 2 Ditechs. There's Shock Jr. in this. Anderson up to 15th. Duncan, I'm not sure how worried Duncan is about this, because even if Anderson gets close, Duncan's the leader. Like, hard to fight that. Now Wilhoit on Vince Freeze. Here comes Johnson. I think Shane Vincent's finally free. Oh, I need to take a breath. Wow. That was an exciting restart. There's been a lot that's happened. First lapper they're going to reach is Sebastian Morandi. Duncan's taking 3 and 4 as Morandi crosses the line. Not going to take too long. Oh, lots of battling here. Jimmy Perez, Chris Takayama lost a lot of spots in the pits. Hercules, Brock, oh. Bobo Jones, yeah! He's back. After Cardial, that amazing performance, he's back in the top 20. Although he definitely has taken advantage of the fact that a lot of the cars are injured or out because of that big wreck. We watch now. Yep, Shane has caught the back of Johnson. Wilhoit and Freeze has brought Shock Jr. with him. Kyle Shock Jr. Now maybe going to go with Shane here. Just work with Shane. Or do you try to work with your manufacturer teammate here? Although Skylar Johnson is actually a Mazda driver and will just mow around the outside. Oh, but she lost all momentum on the back straight. Now still dealing with the 42, goes way wide. And I think Shane will get that spot. Shane Vincent continues to move. Alex Benyako on Benoit Lavervine is ongoing. Yes, Shane did get Skyla. She may have gotten back alongside, but there's nothing she can do now. Even a good run down the back straight, Shane's got it. Yeah. Shane up to 8th now. He got a good adjustment. Good adjustment on the 42, and he is running through the field. Shane up to 8th. His next target is Wilhoit and Freeze. You watch now. Look at this. Your top 4 all under a blanket. It's 2 Mavericks, 2 Chevrons. The 2 champions versus the 2 Chevron drivers. This is going to be a battle. Oh, this is a long anticipated battle. Duncan versus Paulson versus Rowe versus Jackson. These are 4 huge powerhouses, and Roush sits waiting in the wings. Duncan gets through Morandi quickly. Oh, Morandi holds up the 83. Duncan. Sigh of relief for the 4. As everyone will try to get through the 28th. Oh, no, Jackson. He'll force his way by. Yeah, he's Jackson. He ain't going to go long without forcing his way through. Duncan, a little breathing room. I think Kalshuk Jr. just got through Vincent. Yes, he did. Kalshuk Jr. a double overtake on Freeze and Vincent. Shock Jr.'s moving. Now Rowe. A top 2 for Chevron is in the cards. But it's Paulson, and Jackson is still there. He lost a little time, but he can get up here. Battle for second. And again, we always have to think about that pit stop coming in. That could change everything. Great run through 1 and 2 out of Paulson. Great run out of 1 and 2 out of Rowe. They continue to fight. Paulson push on the outside. No. Rowe pushes it down the inside. They continue to brawl. That just brings Jackson into this, which is exactly what Paulson wants. I'm guessing he's just stalling, but now he has to give up the position. He won't get it here. Nope. And Chevron into a 1-2. How long will it last? I think the big threat to the 1-2 right now is Jackson. Jackson showing pace. He has not had race-winning pace yet this season, but just mows down the inside. Paulson lets him go. I think Paulson realizes that Jackson is quicker than him and is not going to impede him. We know what Jackson can do when he has race-winning pace, and I think Paulson does too. He'll just line up behind Jackson, and I think he'll just follow him now. Jackson now takes the lead for Maverick, takes the initiative, and now his target should be Rowe. Although we know that Jackson has been actually under-aggressive with Rowe. These two have had this mutual respect for each other. Is that Shock Jr. closing on your leaders? What the? What? are you this fast? Shock Jr.'s the fastest driver right now. Oh my god, he's blazing fast. And he's catching Roush. That might be a problem for just about everybody. Yeah. And Jackson will take that initiative. He's closing the gap now on Rowe. Exactly what was expected once he got through Paulson. Could this be the day that Jackson gets his first win on the year here at Calder? Could this be the day that Willie D wins his first Speedway race? I don't think Duncan's ever won a Speedway race. It's been road courses and super speedways, because Michigan pretty much counts as a super speedway, let's be honest. He's never won one of these high attrition speedways before. Rowe has done it. He's the Kansas king. He won 3 out of the 7 times we ever went to Kansas. He's won Vegas like twice. If anyone knows how to win at a speedway, this guy, he won last week at Motegi. Like, come on. Won Nazareth, although that wasn't really a speedway, the short track, but still. Paulson, though, noticing that Jackson's not really getting there yet. And I think Paulson's maybe going to try to get another go at this. Are they waiting for pit stops? This might just be them stalling for time. Rowe is closing, though. Rowe versus Duncan's incoming. Where is Anderson? 13th. Now 14th because of Angel. No, right on the outside. Will Hoyt, not a good adjustment at all. Ryback's getting in this. Oh, Shane. Oh, Shane, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it no matter the outcome? No matter the outcome? Yeah! There he goes. Shane Vincent, 3 wide. Ryback and Freeze gets them both. What a move. P9 now, Shane Vincent. Roush Racing, not doing so hot right now. Paulson has pit. Now? Oh, that's an undercut. Oh my god, he did it. Paulson just undercut the field by like 10 laps. Are you insane? If a caution comes out, your race is ruined. Oh, he's risking everything. This is a risk. This is the biggest risk I've ever seen. Lamas catches on. What are you doing, Paulson? Everyone's got to respond, right? You can't not respond to that. Are you guys just going to let him? Roush is not. Roush will come in. Roush knows the threat of that. Ryback does as well. Half the field will respond to Paulson. I think it's too late. I think Paulson just destroyed the field there. He got the jump and he's forcing everyone to pit because he is going to be half a second a lap faster. Roush is in. Roush now trying to look for this. What is Chevron and Maverick doing? You had to bring everyone else in. Did Rowe just stay? What are you doing? You can't let Paulson do this! Here he comes. We watch Roush. Is Roush can get out quickly? There's Roush. Look for Paulson. You're gonna see him. There he is! And there he goes. Paulson gets the spot. Keeps it over Roush. And look at the gap he just got because of that undercut. No, I think Paulson's your leader now. That was a stupid thing. Why are you all waiting? That was a brilliant move. You undercut the field by 10 laps above the expected delta, and no one knew how to respond to that. No one knew how to respond to that move. And Cordell Paulson takes the lead. What a strategy call from Maverick, and it works. Duncan to second, Roush is third. I'm amazed. That was strategy call of the year. That was strategy call. There's Paulson. And there he goes. There he goes. Cordell Paulson's your leader. Absolutely incredible strategy call. I can't believe he just did that. The entire field just got caught off guard by him. The entire field just got caught sleeping. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Roush takes advantage of the undercut too. He's on the chevrons. Jackson falls back a little. Is that Nick Pericles in the top 10? Yeah, that just won him the race. That just won Cordell Paulson the race. There's no other way to say it. That was an incredible strategy call. Maverick knew exactly what they were doing, and everyone was caught off guard. Wow. I can't believe it. That was incredible. Anderson trying to salvage a top 10 the same way that Duncan did last week. Duncan looks like he's going to end up maybe even P4. But what do you even do? What do you even do? 3 seconds out in front now. Incredible. I was not expecting that. Pit Delta was lap 60 and he pit on lap 50, and everyone had to force that question of do we respond or do we wait? And everyone responded. Too little, too late, and he's gone. If like Duncan or Rowe had pit on the next lap after Paulson, they might have kept in it. But they waited way too long. They waited like a whole 2 laps for Roush, 3 laps for Duncan, and 4 laps for Rowe, and he's just gone. He's just out of there. They're gaining time, but it doesn't matter. He wins. The champ. Whoever is the strategist for this team should get a raise. That was incredible. Wow. I said the undercut would be good, and that's what I meant. The undercut is good. And he's gone. He's just gone. He's not even losing time because the tires aren't old enough yet. It's game. GG. I'm baffled by that strategy. Wow. Roush is looking for a podium here. Vince Freeze fell off. Yeah, he's 15th now. So did Wilhoit. This is big for Anderson, because Anderson just puts himself into the top 10. Anderson will bring a top 10 home, it seems. However, Duncan's kept himself clean enough. But even then, Duncan just doesn't matter in this race anymore. He just doesn't matter. He had the lead. Chevron had a 1-2, and I was saying that pit stops mattered. Oh, but Morandi again holding up the Maverick. Paulson, you gotta know you can't stall. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? Rowe is catching now. Paulson was on the outside. That's big. That just gained like a full 2 seconds. Second and a half. 1.2 the gap. 9 to go. Can Paulson actually hold on to this? Oh, Rowe! What a dive! He's not wasting time. He's not wasting time. He knows there's a chance now. Can Rowe bring this back? There's no way. Right. 1/10 gain that time. 1 second the gap. 8 laps to go. A 10th a lap. He wouldn't catch, just barely. He'd be within striking distance right as the race would finish at the pace they're going. Roush is through. Duncan, I don't even think cares. He didn't have the speed to pass Roush. He'll just settle for 4th. But I think he'll be happy with P4 with the prospect that Anderson is just getting into the top 10 now and battling with Vincent to keep 10th. What matters now? 2 10s! At that pace, they'll catch. 6, 7 to go. At that pace, they're going to catch him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is that not going to work now? Because now the tires are starting to fall. This is where the tire wear starts to hit. Rowe, little by little, bit by bit, closing down. Roush in tow. 3 10s! Oh, no. No. Not like this. 6 to go. Rowe is closer. Rowe is closer. Roush is waiting. They're not out of it yet. Duncan is going to come home fourth. Chalk is not close enough, and Duncan's not close enough for Roush. He's not going to catch him. This is a three-way battle for the win. Paulson, 5 laps to go, and look who's arrived on the scene! Alexander Rowe is here! Oh my god, the lap car. The lap car, and now the tire wear is affecting him. Rowe was the one who pit the latest. If that lap car wasn't there, Paulson would still be about a second and a half out. But now he's right there. 4 to go. Roush is not out of this. Do not count Scott Roush out of this. Not for a second. Because that was 2 tenths he gained on both of them. He's closing. Paulson trying to hold him off. Coming to 3 to go this time. Coolantly for Fuller. Bring it home, Fuller. Here comes Alexander Rowe. Battle for the lead. 3 to go. Oh my god, here we go. This is it, Paulson. How hard are you going to defend this? How hard are you going to block the 47? He doesn't, but he's pinching him little bit. Roush, you got to close. Roush, you got to close. Paulson, close him off. Block him! He doesn't! 2 laps to go! Rowe! Paulson side by side! Even at the line! You have to late brake here, Paulson. You have to brake later than you've ever braked before, and he does! Oh my god, what a battle! Roush is right there! Oh my god, here we go. White flag this time. They are nose to tail! Top 3! White flag in the air, side by side, Roush in tow! Oh, this is big! Can Roush do anything? Paulson late breaks again! Rowe commits! Side by side down the back straight! He's gonna snatch it on the final lap! No, Paulson! Through 3 and 4, 2 in a row in the final lap. Alexander Rowe wins in Calder. What a dramatic ending. Wow. That's why we go to Calder Park. Holy shit. Roush comes up short. Rowe. Shock Jr. got Duncan at the end, but Shane got Anderson at the end too. And Alexander Rowe not going down without a fight on the final lap in the final corner, clears him and takes the win. I can't believe it. What a win for Rowe. Oh my God. Wow. I thought Roush might have launched it 3 wide there. I was thinking he was going to think about it, but he didn't. He takes home third. A nice happy third for Roush. Paulson's got to be devastated. And Alexander Rowe, his second win in a row, his third win on the year, and now Rowe has solidified himself as a title threat for this. That pretty much puts his place in this title fight right there. What a win for Rowe. Let's go look at your finishing results. And it is Alexander Rowe taking the win here at Calder on the final lap. Paulson will have to deal with second. Absolutely devastating, but an amazing battle for the win. Scott Roush in third, Shock in fourth, Duncan fifth, Downey sixth, Johnson in seventh, Jackson eighth, Vincent ninth, and Nick Pericles for Southeast Motorsports brings home a top 10. Anderson loses the top 10 at the line. That was 300ths behind Pericles. Was not able to get a top 10. Mark Nutt 12th. Very good performance for him. Freeze falls to 15th while Will Hoyt falls to 16th. Brock falls from 3rd to 20th while Rahal from the rear goes to 19th. Good job out of him. What the fuck was that finish? Holy. Wow. Yeah, Calder's coming back, if anyone was wondering. What a race, what a finish. Congratulations to Alexander Rowe. Next time, that is the end of the Australasian Tour, the Fujitsu Australasian Tour. Next time, it's the Gennaro Motors South American Swing. It is down to Argentina and Brazil. Armory Digital and Autodromo Nahuel Huapi. Two tracks with great history, great races. And after a race like this, it's a shot of momentum. It's been a great last few races, and we're very excited for another good one. Congratulations once more to Alexander Rowe. Devastating for Paulson, but still P2's a great day. And we'll see you all next time. I don't even know which one it is, Brazil or Argentina. By the way, it's going to be a good one. Next time, ciao.